Hello? Don't need a switch if it's on. It's a good look there. Thanks for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Great crowd here tonight. It's a beautiful weather. I think we've had some help with that. We're here, well, for homecoming. We're here for a great football game. Aside from that, we're going to dedicate the memorial there on the north end to the legacy and memory of Owen Knutson, our son, our brother, grandson, nephew, and a heartfelt friend. And I can say it of everybody that's present. Everybody. You guys over there in the black and white too. Everybody was his friend. And so everybody's got skin in this game tonight. Thanks for being here. So I'm going to start out. There's a list here of, on one side it's the sponsors, and on the other side it's the significant, meaningful things in the memorial. And if you didn't get one, there's a box out by where the programs are that you can pick one up and study it. There'll be a quiz next week. So anyway, I'm going to start out by telling you about the memorial. So we were talking about memorial funds and things, and a good friend of mine and Pastor Josh Tofar said, "Hey, let's do something with the you can do anything." But he said, maybe flagpole and benches by the football field. That'd be a good deal. And I thought about it, and it's like, yeah. And you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity to say that the old flagpole and benches that were there were in memory of a junior high teacher that passed away in, I think, 1966 or 1967. And I think I only heard his name once, but all I'll say is let's remember a junior high teacher from 1966 or 1967 that was memorialized by the previous flagpole and benches. There was no plaque there. There was no name. And I said, we can honor him. And everybody said, no, if you knew old Jim, he'd say it's time to move on and get something new. So here's to him. And so we have to honor him tonight. Anyway, a close friend of mine, classmate from college, came to me and she said, well, if you're going to redesign that and put something up, she owns a civil engineering firm named CBS Squared in Chippewa Falls. She said, I'd like to volunteer to help you. She said, I've prayed over this and God has called upon me to help with that. And I have a degree in civil engineering, and that's all I have. Piece of paper. Cheryl's actually good at it. So anyway, I said, we said, you bet. And so she came to us, and they came up with some beautiful things. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. The Owen Knutson, the flagpoles there, they started out as 50-footers. They needed to be shorter to what they roughly are. And so a friend of mine chose 29 and 32 feet high, respectively, the ages that Dawn and I were when Owen was born, 29 and 32 years old. There's 17 sections of concrete in the memorial to identify Owen's years on Earth. And there's tick marks on each one, getting larger as they go around to signify his growth. Finally, at 2017, with the large granite monument. There's a stainless steel infinity symbol that has the same writing on it as the yellow bracelet of Owen's. And that holds a bigger part of the memorial than just an infinity symbol. The glass structure in the middle will hold the names eventually of the recipients of the Owen Knutson Heart of the Bulldog Award. Those glass plates will hold 20 years worth of names. In 20 years, we'll just figure it out. The ends of every bench are etched with symbols of many of the things that Owen held dear and enjoyed in life. There's the Badgers, Gophers, or I was a Gopher and I don't really care about them. Badgers, Brewers, and Packers symbol. There's fishing poles and tip-ups, a bow hunter, a buck, a walleye, an airplane, the bulldog, a couple of his favorite sayings, many things that he enjoyed, 12 of them, in fact. Underneath the bench, on the bottom of each one, if you feel like laying down looking up, there's some references to God and country that are there. If you feel like looking at them, if you don't look. There's poems, there's prayers, and those are very meaningful when they reside there. The back of the large granite monument is a selection of Vince Lombardi quotes. Owen wrote a report on Vince Lombardi once, and those are the type of things that Owen believed in. On the front of the monument, the big monument, the poem "The Dash" is a fitting tribute to how Owen and how everyone should strive to live their life. Owen didn't know that poem, but apparently he did, because it just seems that he filled his dash with more than we didn't realize it, but he packed it full. Couple significant things if you're brave enough to come out here on February 15th and about the middle of the day. The way the sun shines on the state flagpole and the infinity symbol, at some time there may be a shadow that falls on the granite monument that, depending on your belief, it may or may not resemble the shadow of a cross. And also on May 24th, about 6:30 in the evening, about time Owen passed away, the United States flagpole and the top of the glass monument, there, about 6:30 in the evening, there may also be a shadow that casts on the granite monument that, depending on what you think of it, it'll resemble the shadow of a cross. A couple other things that aren't in the paper: the black dirt that was used to backfill around the monument came from our home farm. A couple loads of that were hauled with our red grain truck that Owen grew up with in the past week before he passed away. So there's a lot of symbolism there. I want you to all go there whenever you want. Middle of the night, middle of the day. Share it with people. Be there alone, doesn't matter. But it's a place to reflect and enjoy. And, strive to be, just to be a notch better, half a notch better. So anyway, that's about the memorial. It's all there. Take your time. You got a lot of years to do it. I need to say thank you for the time and talents of every contractor, every person, every supplier. And honestly, it's every person in this community. So many people have given their love, their prayers, money, support for this. But there's a group of contractors that actually did the work to place that there, and we need to thank them. And they're on the front of this deal. But anyway, I'm going to read through them really quick. If you do business with these people, if you know them, if you ever do business with them, give them a big pat on the back and a thank you. American Excelsior, Anchot Construction, Ayers Tech by Sean and Christy Ayers, Barron Electric, Buser Concrete, CBS Squared with Cheryl Claflin, Chappie's Trucking, Bruce Hanson, Shermack Machine, Chautauqua Fire Department, Al Steinmetz, Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser School District and staff, City of Chautauqua, CT Trucking and Clayton Tim, H&R Electric, Harrison Auto Body and Harlan Larson, Jerry Knutson, Lakeland Cooperative, Lampert Yards, Northern Granite, Mark Peterson, Post Glass, Riverside Electric, Specialty Welding, Stone Services, Todd's Ready Mix, and Worth Brothers Construction in Barry Worth. Right now, I'm going to give a little speech about three groups of people that were integral in the placing of that memorial and the fact that it's there tonight. And right now I'm going to ask Cheryl Claflin of CBS Squared. I'm going to ask Sean Ayers of Ayers Tech. And I'm going to ask Larry Zeman, Mark Johnson, Bernie Adams, and Joe Bogner to come down here and make their way down here right now. I'd like that group of people to come down here. As they make their way down right now, I'm going to talk about something that happened. Owen, we've always had a tremendous rivalry with Boomer. Quite often, very vigorous, sometimes bitter, pretty tough. And Owen, for some reason or another, I don't know, socially he knew you guys. He knew, I don't know, maybe it was girls. I don't know, maybe I'm looking at the wrong crew. Dockel, I know he liked you. So anyway, Owen had a relationship with Bloomer. So the graduating class of 2017 decided to give some of their remaining funds to the Owen Knutson Memorial Fund. And I know what kind of class I came from. I think we had about $3 left at the end of our senior year. And so anyway, here, a while back, we get a very significant check in the mail from the graduating class of 2017 from Bloomer, our age-old rivalry. And I know they recognized Owen at their graduation last year. Many of them have been present at funeral and prayer service, things like that. So I don't have a Heart of the Bulldog Award for the Bloomer Blackhawks, but you guys have the equivalent of the Heart of a Bulldog. Give the Bloomer Blackhawks a hand. Thank you. That was huge, guys. You guys too. Thank you. So right now, the reason I've called these people down here is to talk about the Booster Club created the Owen Knutson Heart of the Bulldog Award. And so there's 3 groups of people that have chosen to give of their time and their hearts and their efforts to make sure this award, this memorial is out here. And so tonight we present a special Owen Knutson Heart of the Bulldog Award to Ayers Tech, Sean Ayers, for his selfless dedication, execution, and commitment to making this happen. And he was one of the constructors. I dedicate another Heart of the Bulldog Award to Cheryl Claflin of CBS Squared Engineering. To come up, her and her people came up with the concept. All the things that I read off to you about meaningful, none of that was me. The only thing we had was we wanted it to be nice, and it's nice. Everything else of intelligence comes from this young lady and her folks, her staff that she hires. And beyond that, throughout the whole process, the entire process, the administration and the staff, and there's a lot more than these 4, a lot more. Every person that works in that building has devoted everything they could to that memorial, to our family, and to our community to heal from this tragedy. And I want you guys to have that Owen Knutson Heart of the Bulldog Award. One more thing I'm going to read really quick. The United States flag that flies there, we've received 2 of them, was from Sean Duffy, Congressman of the 7th District of the state of Wisconsin, which is where we reside. And he sent this certificate. This is to certify that the accompanying flag was flown over the United States Capitol on August 21st of 2017. At the request of the Honorable Sean P. Duffy, Member of Congress, this flag was flown in memory of Owen Knutson. Owen's passion for his community, pursuit of academic excellence, and his competitive heart in sports made him a star at Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser High School. Owen's love for his parents, Tim and Dawn Knutson and Sister Claire, made him the light of his family. Owen's loving family, cherished friends, Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser High School students, and faculty will forever honor and remember a young man who had the Heart of the Bulldog. Signed by Sean Duffy, August 21st, 2017. And that certificate is for the school to hang in the school. That concludes the dedication ceremony for the Owen Knutson Flag and Bench Memorial. All I can say is I hope and I know that we will see the finest football game ever played on this field tonight. I want you guys to hit harder, run faster, block tougher than you've ever blocked before. When you lay somebody down, or when you get laid down, I want you to pick the guy up and pat him on the back. And if you're the guy getting picked up and patted on the back, I want you to resolve to reverse that situation, no matter what team you play for. And do it all without a personal foul, guys. Go out there and hit it hard. Every one of you. Thank you. Do it the way Owen would do it.